Throughout all praises and glory goes to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushai by Hashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutations unto the elect, and that's feeding the sheep of Yahweh by Hashem, Yahushai, in sincerity and truth with this great gospel that's coming out of our Bible, man. Coming out of our Bible, the scriptures. And we're going to get into this lesson about in this society, in this world we live in, what you are overworked, over oppressed, right? Overtaxed, right? Undersexed, underpaid, right? Everything in this society is for the beneficial of who? The elites. The beneficial of the elites. It's not for you. It's not for you. The Bible said, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. This is not your rest. Because why this place is set up what? To destroy man. To destroy man. And for the elites to continue to get rich and wealthy off who? Your hard labor. Your hard labor. You're supposed to be overworked. This place is what? A corporation, not a country. Not a country, and Esau's ways have spread it throughout the four corners of the earth. So now everything is like a corporation. If it's not about that money, you can't be part of this society. If you can't bring no money to these people, you can't be part of this society. It's all about income. And we in a society where everyone has become a slave, right? It says slavery was never abolished. It was only extended to include everyone. And that's what they don't understand. Abolish means it's not talking about getting rid of, all right? All they did was transfer, right? You got transferred from the regular cracker to the government, to the state. Now you are state property. Now you work for the state. That's why they tax you, right? They could do whatever the fuck they want with your money. They could come after you, right? Because you are a slave to what? This system. You are a slave to the system. Really, this is a prison. This is a prison. That's why you have your social security number, your prison number, right? And, in this society that was set up by Esau Edom, his job is to keep what? You other nations underneath his foot. Underneath his foot. And he has set up a system where what? You become a slave to him, that you got to serve him. Let's get this. Read the book of Haggai 1 verse 6. It says, ye have sown much. What? You have sown much and bringing little. Yeah, you have sown much and bringing little, man. People in this society, they work hard and what? Nothing to show for it. Nothing to show for it. I know people who work 2 jobs for a long time, man. Couldn't even afford to put food on their table, right? Couldn't even afford to buy a car. Couldn't even afford to travel back and forth to work. Had to walk, take a bike, right? I'm gonna read, you have sown much and bringing little. You eat, but you have not enough. And this is a society you're in right now, what? Most people are on what? Public aid, right? Government assistance, right? Even after you pay your bills, you still need help. You still need help. Because why? This system is not set for you to make it, man. This system is set to break you, take away from you, right? Ye have sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put in a bag with what holds. The bag with holds. Because all your dollar go right back to who? Go right back to Whitey. Go back to Whitey. Esau Edom. Go right back to Esau Edom, the devil. Like we said, this society was not set up for you to be successful. This society was not set up for you to be great. This society was set up for you to be a slave. A slave. It says employee means slave, right? I looked up employee, a person who performs duties. A person who performs duties for others, right? You got hired by this company. Now you're performing duties for this person, whoever owns this company, right? Especially a person employed in a house on domestic duties or as a personal attendant. This is how Google defines slave: a person who is the legal property of another and is forced to obey them. This is how Google defines employee. You are a slave. You are a slave in this society, man. And the only thing is, you gotta realize, what did they say back in the days? You watch Goodbye Uncle Tom. You had the European Edomite come to the American Edomite's house. He says, "But you got all these damn slaves around. You losing money. You gotta feed. You gotta clothe. You gotta give them medical care. You losing money. You don't need all these damn slaves around." That's what he broke it down to the other Edomite. And in this society, what Esau is realizing, hey, you Jakes, man, you slaves, right? If you're not helping out the system, you're destroying the system because you're not bringing nothing to the system. You're taking away from the system through public aid assistance, Section 8 food stamps, right? A lot of you motherfucking people, you ain't doing nothing good for Esau's system. So what Esau gonna do? He gonna get rid of you. He gonna get rid of you. I'm reading the book of Isaiah. I'm going with Isaiah 14. And let's start at 4. Thou shalt take up a proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor seized? Read again, that thou shalt take up a proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor seized? How have the golden city seized, right? The golden city, place of wealth, right? The place of freedom, so-called freedom, do what thou wilt. You free to do wickedness. That's the only thing you're free to do in this society, wickedness, right? What the Lord said, how have it ceased, ended. Read that thou shalt take up a proverb against the king of Babylon and say, how have the oppressor seized, the golden city seized? The Lord have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people with he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, right? He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. None hindereth. You gotta realize Esau gotta pay. That's one of the main things in the Bible, man. Esau gotta pay, man, for all his retribution, for all his oppression, right? What the Bible said, surely oppression make a wise man mad. You got people being oppressed, overtaxed, and not getting paid what they supposed to. And guess what? Now they got to go home to high rent. They got to go home to higher bills, right? And still their income has not increased. So what you think is going to happen? I put up the video about the uproars of the people, man. Them people ready to snap. These people are ready to snap around the world, man. I'm reading, it says, how he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, right? Not just through violence, right? That nigga taxed you. He kept his foot on your back, right? Every dollar you made, he took it away from you. Start putting out diseases. Now you're sick. Not only you got to fight to survive, now you got to fight for your health. You got to fight to eat. You got to fight for shelter underneath Satan's authority, right? And it reads, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and it's quiet. They break forth in singing, man. That's what's going to happen when these fucking devils go down, right? When these devils go down, the oppression stops, right? The oppression stops. The misery stops. The him smoting people in violence and anger stops, right? The rulership of Edom stops. I'm reading the book of Proverbs 10 and 24. It reads, the fear of the wicked. The fear of the wicked, it shall come upon him, man. And that's what's happening right now. The fear of the wicked about to come upon him. What? The end of his rulership. The end of his world. Right? The end of his wealth. The end of his power structure. The end of him fucking taking whatever you want, doing whatever you want on this earth. That's coming to an end. I'm going to read Proverbs 10 and 24 again. The fear of the wicked, it shall come upon him. What else? Us ruling over him. You already know that devil do not want you Israelites to rule over him. After what he has done to you people, after what he has done to your family members, your children, your parents, these fuckers don't want you to rule over him. The fear of the wicked, it shall come upon him. But the desire of the righteous shall be granted. What is this? Our desire? Just payback. Yeah, we want righteous payback in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.